What is going on, guys? This is KNasty390 here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look over another draft. You guys seem to enjoy the first one. We looked at the 2000 draft. I want to do something a little bit more recent. And for one, I know this draft was really important to... I'm a big Red Sox fan. You guys probably already know that. If not, now you know. I am a big Red Sox fan. But this draft was instrumental in the Red Sox World Series this past year that they won. And it's just a really big draft, so I want to go over it in a video. If you guys do enjoy this, please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Now, I'm not doing the face cam today. If that's something you guys want to see in the future, or you'd rather not have the face cam on it when I do these, let me know in the comments down below. I can do either, or I would just like to see or hear your opinions. But let's take a look at this draft. Now, I don't know all the names in it. I just know for the Red Sox players that were in it. So let's take a look. And right off the bat, number 1 pick, Gerrit Cole has had a very good career. I would say his career was almost a borderline disappointment for being a number 1 pick until he came to Houston, but he's been great at Houston. Number 2, Danny Holtzman never made the big, so a bad pick by the Mariners. I mean, there's a reason why they have been rebuilding for so long. Yeah, or not winning because you have draft picks like that. Number 3, Trevor Bauer. Now, it was the Diamondbacks. They traded him. He's been pretty damn good with the Cleveland Indians. There's talks of him being moved this offseason, but as number 3 pick, pretty good pick. Number 4, Dylan Bundy. Hasn't really panned out for him yet. Things may change, but as of right now, Bundy hasn't really done a whole lot. Bubba Starling has not made the bigs yet with the Royals. He was like he was the first high school positional player, so he knew it was going to take some time. But I mean, this was what, 8 years ago, and so he's what, like 26. I don't think he'll ever really amount to anything. Anthony Rendon by the Nationals was at number 6. He so far, well, I see the guy 8 has a higher wins above replacement, but he's had a very good career. Instrumental for those really good teams the Nationals have had. Number 7, Archie Bradley, now a reliever, was drafted as a starter out of high school. He's a pretty good. I mean, his ERA is a little high, but I think he's going to be a really good reliever. Number 8, Francisco Lindor, so far the best player in this draft. Lindor. Now you're wondering why was he selected in the draft? There's an international signing period. That does not count Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the draft. So, and actually he went to high school in Florida, but he's like from Puerto Rico. Number 9, Javi Baez. Wow, this was a stacked draft, and it gets better, trust me. Javi Baez, 9th overall by the Cubs, drafted as a shortstop. He's a second baseman. Another guy, I believe, is from Puerto Rico, but then he went to high school in Florida. Number 10, Corey Spangenberg. Hasn't really done a whole lot with the Padres. He's been the bigs, but as you can see, if you look at that 2000 draft, I told you guys they've gotten better at drafting since then. This is evidence of it. 11 was George Springer, another big-name player. He has a career WAR of 19 almost. He already has 121 home runs, a great leadoff hitter. Number 12, Taylor Jungmann for the Brewers. He has made the bigs, but hasn't done a whole bunch after that. Number 13, Brandon Nimmo for the Mets. He's been an okay outfielder for them. Not a bad pick. 14 is kind of sad. It's Jose Fernandez, the 14th pick, another guy. I don't know if he was from Puerto Rico or not. Can't remember. He went to high school in Florida. I know that. And it's right there. He went to Tampa. Unfortunately, his career cut short when he passed away. Yeah. At 15, Jed Bradley. I guess he did make the bigs. He's had 6 games. Don't know too much about him with the Brewers. 16 were the Dodgers. Chris Reed played 2 games in the majors. That's it. 17, the Angels took C.J. Cron. He's had an okay career. 89 career home runs. Not too bad. Doesn't do a whole lot else. But hey, not too bad. Number 18, Sonny Gray. He might have been the best pitcher before this past year, before he was traded to the Yankees. Like 2 years ago, if you're looking at all these pitchers, he was probably the best so far. He would have been better than Cole, in my opinion, better than Bauer. Now I think he's like 3rd or 4th on the list. But Gerrit Cole, number 19, the Red Sox, Matt Barnes, reliever for them. He was drafted as a starter out of University of Connecticut. Actually, a little fun fact, University of Connecticut had George Springer and Matt Barnes in the first round. Pretty impressive for a northern school to have two big name draft picks. And they both became major leaguers. One of them is an elite major leaguer, in my opinion. Tyler Anderson with the Rockies. He's had a pretty good career. WAR of over 7 for a pitcher for the Rockies. It's pretty good. Number 21 from the Blue Jays, Tyler Beede. Hasn't really done a whole lot. Number 22, Colton Wong. Wow, this draft is good. 10 WAR already. The Cardinals have been a very good player. We'll fly through the next couple because they're not really big name players. Alex Meyer from the Nationals. The Rays took Taylor Guerrieri. And Joe Ross is not a bad player from the Padres. He was then traded to the Nationals. Blake Swihart was at 26, catcher for the Red Sox. Hasn't done a whole lot yet. I'm still high on him. He was at a high school. He was like a big-time project. It's taken him a few years. Catchers always take a long time, and he's a high school kid. I still think the bat can play. 27, Robert Stevenson. Now, he is in the bigs. It's a negative WAR, but he's still there, so we'll see what happens. Sean Gilmartin for the Braves. He's been an okay left-handed reliever. I don't know too much about him. Joe Panik at 29. Came up as a shortstop. He's a second baseman now. Levy Michael. As you can see, all these guys have been in the bigs, so look at all these guys. They're all been in the bigs. Now, Levi is the third one not to be in the bigs from the Twins, but it's the 30th pick. 31st was Mike Matuk from the Rays. I think he came up with not the Padres, with the Lions. I could be wrong on that. Jake Hager and Kevin Matthews were undrafted. I mean, they were drafted, both signed, but they never made the bigs. Brian Goodwin made the bigs with the Nationals. Jacob Anderson with the Blue Jays, nothing there. Henry Owens, 36 overall. Red Sox did make the bigs, wasn't any good. And then Zach Cohn, Brandon Martin, Larry Green have never made the big leagues. Jackie Bradley Jr. with the Red Sox at number 40. As you can see, the Red Sox drafted 3 guys who made the bigs in the first round. That's kind of why I want to get in this video, but there's more. Jackie Bradley was instrumental in winning the World Series this year, American League Championship Series MVP. Tyler Goodell at 41. At 42, the Rays took Jeff Amos, never made the bigs. Andrew Chaffin, I think I got his name wrong, with the Diamondbacks. And then Michael Fulmer with the Mets. He was then traded to the Tigers, I believe, for Cespedes. And Trevor Story was taken at 45. Is this the best draft ever? It might be the best draft ever, to be perfectly honest. Joe Musgrove at 46. At 49, we got Kyle Craig, a big leaguer. Blake Snell at 52. Cy Young Award winner. Blake Snell at 52. I'm just going through now just some major leaguers. Jace Peterson. So that's the first in the compensatory round. Let's move on and look at other rounds in this, because I know we've had a Cy Young Award winner. We haven't had an MVP award winner yet. I don't think Lindor's won one yet. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Josh Bell with the Pirates is in the second round. I'm still high on the kid. Brad Miller's a good utility player. He was drafted in the second round. Let's see. Daniel Norris hasn't really turned out too much. James McCann's an okay catcher. And then we got Nick Ahmed. Austin Hedges can't hit, but he can field. So some more, not as much in the second round. Let's move on to the third round of this draft. We got Alex Dickerson at the top of the third round. Let's see any other names here. Just scrolling through it real quick. Tony Cingrani with the Reds. Not a bad reliever. Adam Morgan, Carter Capps with his weird, funky delivery. He was in the third round of the 2011 draft. This draft, though, there are some late studs in it. I can tell you, I know this for a fact. You guys probably knew this too. If not, you're gonna learn. John Hicks, excuse me. Tony Zitch has had a little bit of success. Mike Clevenger was in the fourth round by the Angels. He did sign. I'm not sure how he got to the Indians. Let's see how he got to the Indians. I actually don't know how Mike Clevenger became an Indian. Hopefully the Angels got some value back in that. Vinny Pistano. They did not. Alright, let's keep looking. Any other? Cody Ash. Negative WAR though, but he's probably not going to be doing anything else moving forward. Let's move on to round 5. Let's see here. Nick Tropiano, probably got his name wrong. Michael Reed. Let's see. Oh, here he is. This is it. Mookie Betts was a 5th round pick by the Red Sox in 2011. Brandon Woodruff was 2 picks later. He was not signed by the Rangers, but he's a promising career. But look at that. 35 career WAR already. I mean, a Hall of Famer is like 55, 60, and he's like 25, 26 years old, Mookie Betts. He was drafted out of high school, and yeah, he's been really, really, really good. I mean, obviously he's an MVP winner. He's, I think, second place a couple times. American League MVP. So the MVP and the Cy Young in the American League were both drafted in the 2011 draft, and they both drafted relatively late. Blake Snell was a supplemental pick, and Mookie Betts was a 5th round pick, which is pretty impressive. And there's a good amount of major. I mean, J.D. Davis, he didn't sign with the Rays, but he was drafted. This Greg Bird, he was drafted as a catcher. I did not know that. Yeah, you learn something new every day. All right, let's see. We'll go through the first 10 rounds. But yeah, I did not know Blake Snell. I knew Mookie Betts was in this draft. I did not know Blake Snell. Marcus Semien was drafted by the White Sox. I know he came up with the White Sox, and then he was traded to the A's. Anthony DeScalfini was drafted by the Blue Jays. And then we got Derek Rodriguez. And I don't know Jake Cave that well. He was drafted by the Yankees, so I don't think he played with him, though. He does have a WAR above 1, so not too bad for a 6th round. If any of these guys make the bigs, it's a good pick. Oh, wow. Blake Treinen was drafted by the A's on the 7th round of this draft. And then Ken Giles was drafted in the 7th round as well. Nick Martini, great name, was drafted by the Cardinals. Brian Flynn's a good reliever, was drafted by the Tigers. You can see there's a lot of good names, and this is one of the better drafts I've seen. Let's see. Carson Smith had a good couple years as a reliever with the Mariners, was drafted in the 8th round. Kyle Hendricks, 8th round by the Rangers. Now, I don't know how he became a Cub. I actually don't know how he got him from the... I bet you, knowing Theo, he got him for a bag of balls. They traded to the Rangers with Christian Villanueva for Ryan Dempster in 2012. Good pick. I mean, good trade. So there's Theo Epstein. Tommy La Stella, Braves, a good player in the 8th round. I mean, there's several teams who like their draft or love their draft this year in 2011. Austin Barnes in the 12th round. Ross Stripling by the Rockies the 9th round, for both those 12th pick. Travis Shaw, another player the Red Sox drafted. Now, they traded him to get Tyler Thornburg. Unfortunately for the Red Sox, Tyler Thornburg hasn't turned into much, but Travis Shaw's had a very good career so far, a WAR of over 11. Derek Law was drafted by the Giants. As you can see, this is why the Red Sox draft was so important. They got so many big leaguers or all-stars. Let's see. Kurt Caselli was drafted in the 10th round by the Tigers. John Gray was drafted by the Yankees, and he did not sign. He eventually then went to when was he eventually picked? We can look this up later, but I know he went to the Rockies. He was drafted in probably the first round, third overall. Okay. In the 2013 draft. We'll do one more round, and then we'll end the video. But yeah, this was just... I wanted to show you guys this draft. This is one of the craziest drafts. And Seth Maness was drafted in the 11th round. But yeah, you got Mookie Betts, you got Blake Snell, ridiculous. And Kobe Tomlinson's there in the 12th round, just chilling in there because it was a good pick by the Giants there. I think that will end the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Just kind of fun going back, looking at this. If you have a request for a specific year you want me to do a draft on, meet me in the comments down below. I'll try to do that in the future. Hope you guys did enjoy this. I'll talk to y'all later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.